Hi everybody, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I hope you are well and you are doing fine, and you are busy crafting. Okay, so today I thought I would do another video with regards to my scrap pile. So sorry about that. So you do know about my scrap pile, right? Okay, so I just throw everything into it, and it's not very neat, but I have it tucked away under a shelf. So this is the reality of it. And I keep mostly the cardboard or cardstock, and I keep mostly the white parts of the cardstock in here. And then you can see a few pages as well that I'm going to be making scrappy booklets with. So today I'm taking from my pile and my scrap pile to create something for you. And then also I am going to be doing some recycling as well. So I'm going to show you what I used in order to make some of the flowers, but I'm just going to show you that. But today the session is about this. So I pulled these out from my scrap pile, and what am I going to show you? I am going to show you how to make a picket fence. Okay, so there's a card that I'm using, and this is from a pizza box. As you can see, chicken and pineapple pizza. That's what we're going to be using. So there's some recycling over there, and there's this attacking your scrappy scrap pack. Okay, so I have made a picket fence with the leftovers, all the scrappy pieces. The only thing I'm going to tell you about this, what you should take into consideration, is the fact that all your scraps should kind of be the same size in terms of width. Okay, I mean, it can be different, but then you're going to get a picket fence that's irregular, and I guess maybe if that works for you, then cool. And it can be larger, and you can cut it down, whatever grabs your fancy. Okay, and this ones here are a little bit thinner. Okay, so these are scraps that we're going to work with. And then you don't have to emboss, but because I've got a wood grain embossing folder, I thought I'm going to go ahead and emboss it. And then I just ran some vintage photo over it to, oh yeah, I think it was vintage photo, to make it a little bit dirty. Okay, so it's not a pristine white picket fence, but it works. Okay, so if you are using an embossing folder, then I suggest that your cardstock be a little bit thicker. Right. In fact, if you're doing the recycling option and just not using your scraps there, then you can actually use the white, part of a recycled box or anything. So this one, as I mentioned, was the pizza box, and it is a little bit on the cream side, but you can get away with that as well. It's just that I wanted to show you how I use my little scraps that I keep, which are these long pieces of cardboard, and what I do with them. And now I think, if I'm feeling this, it could be 200 GSM, if I'm not mistaken. So all are not the same. Reason being is that they are scraps. Okay, so what I tried to do is I tried to get them to almost the same. Oh, my nose again is itching. I tried to get them to almost the same width. Okay, as you can see, this is my backup if I make a boo-boo on this. Okay, so I just want to show you what I did over here, and I've got some masking tape, and I took my very dirty board, self-healing mat. I've got a small one, and then I'm going to be using this as well. I don't think it's necessary. Okay, if you don't have a self-healing mat, it's fine. Oh my word, my nose is itching. but it just helped me to position the picket fence. Okay, so I'm not going to give you the width in terms of the measurement because it will all depend on how you want it to fit onto your card, sorry, your tag, and also the size of scraps that you have. But I'm thinking, I mean, the width of your scraps, in order to make it look as authentic as possible or real as possible, should be, let's see, what's the width? 1.5, yeah, 1.5 centimeters, 1.5 centimeters, yeah. Okay, so at least about 1.5 centimeters thick or wide. And let's see what this one is. Yeah, well, this is not even 1.5 centimeters. Okay, that was 1.5, but that certainly isn't 1.5. And let's see this here. Well, this is about 1.5. Sorry, my mistake. Sorry, I didn't realize. So this is about 1.5 centimeters. That clearly is not 1.5, so we'll leave that to one side. Let's see what this measures. Also not 1.5. Okay, so let's just work with these then. Let's work with these. I mean, they're fine given the dimensions of your tag. I suppose they are fine if they're just short of 1.5 as well. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, I don't really have more scraps of equal size. I pulled that out, so let's see what we get. And then how wide is this? Let's see. This is about 9, just over 9 centimeters, and my card is 7.5, so I'm gonna have to cut it down anyway. So you gotta play around with the measurements, and all I can say is that don't go too thin. Don't go too thin. I think we could be okay with this, right? We're going to try it out. Oh, and height wise it is about 8.5 centimeters. Okay, height. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I am going to run these through my embossing folder, and once I am done, I'm going to get back to you. Okay. Great, so I am back now, and there's those pieces of cardboard. Oopsie, just hit my light. There's those pieces of cardboard that we have, and you'll see that I did cut it down. I mean, I didn't even cut it down. I tore it because they were just too long to go into the embossing folder, so I just tore them and I left them. Okay, so now what are we going to do? Oh, well, we can distress first. So ladies and gents, I did some labels on my distress inks. I used my silhouette and sticker paper, and I did that. Okay, so now before we do that, something is losing the plot. Before we distress, we can distress, but let's do this. Let's see how far. We said we wanted it at 8.5. Okay, so let's make all of these 8.5. Okay, so I'm just lining it up over there, and then I am going to take my pencil and I am going to make a mark at 8.5. So where's 8.5? It's here. Okay, and then how many do we need? We need about 4. Let's say about 4, and we'll do 5 for good measure, right? So I'm trying to get all of the same width. That's not the same width. So we only got one the same width. That's the same color. Okay, that's cool. We're going to distress it, right? So let's not faff around too much. Just going to line them up. That's not one of them. This would be one of them. And let's see. Okay, so this is a bit short. So let's take that one. Almost the same. Let's add it there. Okay, and then let's take this one here. Okay, and let's see. Oh, just gonna cut it short of 8.5. Okay, yeah, so let's add that one there. Right, so we've got 4 and we kind of line them up and they're almost the same width. These are too thick. I meant to take this and I forgot to take that, and that is the reason why I'm short on this side here, because that was the same width. So let's cut them to our smallest, which is just short of 8.5. Okay, save your scraps. And then all I did was that at this point in time, okay, I turned it over like that and I snipped the wrong way. I meant to snip the other way. Ladies, don't do what I did, and gents also, gents, don't do what I did. Okay, so we are short by 1 and we are going to make a plan. All right, so you're going to see me making a plan now. So what are we doing? Not going to use that piece. Let's use this piece. Yeah, let's use this piece here. Okay, and all I'm going to do is that because it's markedly wider than the other one, all I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up here and I'm going to see. Let's make a line here. Let's make a line there. Coming to you free of charge with all the boo-boos. Reality in the craft room. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay, right? And then just line it up over there and there and cut it. Okay, so they're almost the same width. And now let's do this again, and please, can we just get it right this time? We can get it right if we fold it right. Okay, which is proving to be rather difficult because there's an embossed part right where I want to fold it. So leave that. Let's try it on this side. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so now what do we want to do is we want to cut it at that angle. Right, let's see if that's right now. No, we want to cut it this way, not that way. We want to cut it this way from the top going down. Yeah, yay, finally. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to match it up now. I'm going to match it up and I'm going to cut it. Okay, I mean, if your cardboard was thin enough, you could get away with folding them all, you know, and getting and cutting it, but my cardboard isn't that thin, so I couldn't get away with doing that. I must admit, I think the first round I did get away that way. So obviously this is what I had in my scraps and that's what I'm using. That's my plan. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so We are there, we are there, we are there, and we are almost done. Let's bring that down a bit. I'm going to show you the embossing just now. I'm not sure whether you can see it. Let's get rid of our dirt firstly. So I do hope you are having an awesome time, and today is it's the evening over here, and I was just like, oh, I'm meant to do this a long time with you, but yeah, time gets the better of me. So I thought, well, while I have a few minutes, because supper was easy peasy today, so we haven't eaten yet. We'll eat just now when I'm done here. So since supper was easy peasy, it meant that I had a little bit of some time to come in here quickly and do this. Okay, so sorry that you still have to see me what's the word I'm looking for, distressing and inking up the edges, and I couldn't really do it before that, right? Okay, so let's see how that looks. Can you see that? Can you see the embossed part of it? It's not a lot, it's slightly embossed. Okay, there you go. I think so. I think that would be okay. And let's see this one as well. Yeah. Okay, so that is why I say if you don't have the embossing folder, you can get away with it. It's not like you need it. It's not a must. Okay. So let's see now what we're going to do here. So as I mentioned to you, this card is 15 by 7.5, and all I did was I did some stenciling on it with bundled sage distress ink, and then I distressed the sides as well, also with bundled sage. And now we want to add these, but we also want 2 parts for the bottom, I mean to go across. Okay, so there's one there, and then there's another there. Okay, all right, so these here are just over 1.5 inches, I mean not inches, centimeters. And I'm going to slice them down a bit, just a bit. Okay, just lining it up and slicing it just a bit, just there, that much down. Okay, because they look a little bit too fat. Yes, that's better. And let's do it on this one as well. Doesn't really matter which one you choose. Okay, just want to match it. So I mean, if you've got scraps that work for you, then you don't have to do this step. Okay, it's just that I'm really taking from my scrap pack, I mean pile, and want to show you what it is to work with your scraps, and you know, they always not going to be exactly the size you require, and the color you require, the weight you require. So you gotta make it work for you, but you know that. So I'm like preaching to the converted here. So then start now. So we're going to line it up over here and say, right, let's take out a bit from both sides, and the reason why I'm taking out from that side is you can see that it is not straight. That edge is not straight, hence the reason for me taking out some from that side. Okay, so since I can't cut straight to save my life, I've just made two lines to help me, and that's one, and then the other one we've got a straight edge on one side, so that's fantastic. And then let's add that to it. Okay, so let's remove that. Great stuff. So put our junk to one side and our real junk in the bin. Okay, not junk, eh? We've proved that even with the littlest of pieces we can do something, right? Okay, so let's just put those scraps to one side. We can always use them again. Excuse me. It's the aircon. The aircon's on again. Even though it's the evening over here, it's still hot, hey? So let's just the wrong side. Here's the embossed. That was the what? De-embossed. That doesn't sound right. Debossed. Debossed. No, man, that doesn't sound right. You know what I mean. The other side. Okay, so now what you're going to see me is you're going to see me suckle a bit, and the reason why you're going to see me suckle a bit is because I have some die cuts that I want to add as well. So I want to get this right. Let's add some so this is why I'm using this. It just makes life a little bit easier to do the markings. Okay, and then let's see how long this is. So if that's that long, then I think I want my first one somewhere around there, and I want my second one maybe somewhere there. Okay, no, maybe a little bit more down, maybe somewhere there, and then maybe that one somewhere there. All right, so let's see. So that's going to go there. Okay, let's just add some washi tape to it to hold it in place. I'm using washi tape because it's on my table. No, that is not peeling well. Let's try this washi tape. Oh, really? I can't even feel something's here. Yeah. Now, you know, I used to freak when I saw people using washi tape, like how I'm using it for no apparent purpose but to actually do what I'm doing. But guess what? You can use it again. From here, you can use it again to do something else with it. I mean, to use it for decorative purposes. So we're doing that there. And we said we're going to do this around maybe there. Okay, so let's move this out. Let's add that there. And the reason why, you know, you must be wondering, why am I freaking out? I'll tell you why. Because I don't know about others, but I could not find washi tape here for a while. And when I did find it, it was not cheap at all. Okay, so I freaked. I freaked every time I saw someone using it. I'm like, really? Are you really using it just like that? So I'm going to play around with this until I'm happy. Just leaving a bit out. You can't see it because the washi tape's on it, right? But it's there. Okay. And then this one. And I'll get the measurements right now, right? Okay. And then that one. Okay. So if I had to look at it, I'm going to add these two first. Okay. And then I'm going to add the other two. Okay. So let's do that. Let's add these two first. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your glue. And ladies and gents, you might actually find a better way of doing this. Great stuff. You know, you just seeing this and then you run with it, hey? So I know that I want it somewhere around there. So I'm just going to lift this up here. And my glue is going to run. So just because it's so hot over here that the glue is going to run. See already. And then I said I want to add this one. And let's do that for now, and then move these just a little bit up to the top and to the side over here. Okay, so while we are busy crafting, just want to thank all my subscribers. I must say that, wow, I'm really happy to see people subscribing to my channel. And please forgive me, I know I haven't commented or responded for the last 2 days, 1 day on all the comments that came through on the video. So please just forgive me. I will do that very soon, to acknowledge your comments and your suggestions. Okay, but yes, I want to thank all my subscribers, and I want to thank all those people that view my videos and comment and give me a thumbs up as well. So I think I told you this before, but I get noticed by the amount of interactions that you have with my channel. So the more interactions you have with my channel, the more YouTube pushes me up on the you know, the recommended list and stuff like that. Okay, and it helps my channel grow. Okay, so I thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. All your interactions and all your views, it really helps me. And besides that, leave the YouTube part of it out. You know, I'm sure you heard this from many YouTubers, and I never actually took them quite seriously. I'll be honest with you. I was like, yo, how long can it actually take to do a video? And it takes a long time, because it's not about just oh, come on, it's not about just making the video and the time it takes to make the video. Sometimes you know, you make such boo-boos on your video that or you get an interruption or something like that, and you kind of have to edit, you know, family life out of it on occasion, or whatever the case may be, or something or the other. You know, you just want to cut down the video because the process is such that it's quite self-explanatory. So instead of getting you to watch everything, sometimes you got to cut down the video. But where am I going with this? So when you are doing all that and you're editing it, it takes a long time. And then after you edit it, you what's this word? You upload it, and it depends on your internet speed, and then you got to prepare stuff for putting it onto YouTube, blah 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 blah. But and it does take time. So where am I going with this? It's not about, I want you to say, oh, but it takes so long and we appreciate it. No, in fact, on the contrary. In fact, what I'm trying to say is that because it takes such, it takes effort. Let's put it that way. It takes effort. It's so nice to see when people actually watch it. Then you think to yourself, I'm not doing this for nothing. There are some people that are really watching it, even if you don't comment the views, or whatever the case may be. It means that someone out there is watching what you are doing, bottom line. And it means a lot. It really does mean a lot to know that your content is being watched. Yeah, so it's not about feeling sorry for me. Okay, I'm doing it because I want to do it. No one's asked me to do it, right? But I just wanted to let you know it brings so much of joy to me when I see that. Okay. And if anybody who's watching this wants to start a YouTube channel and they just want to know how to do it, and they watch the videos on YouTube and stuff like that, but they just want the bottom line, or they want what's the word I'm looking for? From a person that just started up, and layman's terms of doing it, then by all means contact me. Contact me on sunnycreates at gmail.com, and I can help you. I'm no expert, but I can tell you what I did. Okay, all right. So look at this. Now this is inspired, not even inspired. This is definitely taken from Corey Darman. I think it's Creating with Scraps. So she does this where she takes her die cuts, and then she colors them in, and then embosses them, heat embosses them. Okay, all right, so that's what I did. Now what I want to show you about all this is that look at what it's out of. The pizza box again, barbecue chicken and pineapple pizza. And look, and now you know what part this is. The flaps on the box, the flaps, you can see the lines on it, the flaps of the box. That's what I used over here to make this. So normally I throw this away. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, oh gosh, I have no idea how many of the flaps I threw away if I can't find anything to do with them. So I wanted to show you that. Now what am I doing with this? It's no use having a picket fence and you don't have pretty stuff to go with it, right? So let's see. Yeah, so ladies, gents, if I can help anyone start their YouTube channel and things like that, let me know. Let me know, because I have no one to turn to, not because of any reason, but because I just didn't have the network, if I could put it that way. So I follow the YouTube videos, but if you feel that you want to listen to someone who started and what are the challenges, because there are challenges, there's challenges like in everything, then yes, give me a shout. I don't mind, not at all. Gosh, I'm speaking a lot in this video today. No, did you notice I didn't stick that down? I didn't stick it down on purpose. The reason why I didn't stick it down, and maybe I must do that again, is because I wanted to slot these things inside. So I wanted to be able to move those flowers in. Gosh, I'm speaking so much and I wanted this to be a short video, but that's not going to happen here. Oh yes, and processing HD version. Sorry, I looked at my video, my last video, and I don't know whether it's my internet connection or whatever, but I can't remember. It was the A to Z with glue. I think it was the glue one. Yeah, it wasn't a very fantastic copy, so I apologize on that. As I said, I don't know whether when I was watching it was my internet connection or something like that, but if it wasn't, and if my video quality was not the greatest, please, I do apologize for that. And when I looked at it, I realized I didn't process it in HD. I didn't process it. I do film it in HD. I film it on Pro Video, on my Pro Video setting on my phone, so it's definitely there, filmed right. It's just that I forgot to, I don't know why. I chose to save it incorrect, not as I don't like that. I want this somewhere here, like that. That's the problem. Faff around too much. So let's do that, and let's add one of these in here as well. Let's take out that color. Bent it, sorry. And let's add maybe this one in here, like something like that. Yeah, okay, I think we must start gluing it, because if we don't glue it, it's not gonna make any difference. So let's add that there, like that. There. Okay, so let's put that in there. And then I found this glue, but maybe it's not the right time to use it because it's so tight. I must just see. Ugh, I forgot to put the lid on this one. Yeah, so they're very delicate. how does it look in one of our journals. Oh, well, let's see. I wasn't planning to show you this part, but let's see how it looks. Just going to see where I can put it for you. Let's take this out and let's just put this here. There we go. Now, isn't that so cute? Isn't that just adorable? Love it. Love it. Okay, so there you are. Something made out of your scraps, except for the butterflies and that thingy. Even this can be punched out of scraps if you have a tab punch. Okay, so thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want more content of this nature, then, and if you haven't subscribed as yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. You can also join us on our Facebook page, Sunny Creates Junk Journals, where you will see much of these things being published there and other people's ideas, and we give each other inspiration and encouragement. So please consider joining. I also do post freebies over there from time to time, and it's just a lovely community. And then you can also check me on Instagram, Sunny Creates. I shall leave all the links below, and I am running a sale on my Etsy store. So if you would like, you can pop down to the Etsy store or pop into it virtually online, and you can look at what we have out there at the moment on a discounted price. Bye bye. Take care and have a blessed day from Sunny at Sunny Creates. Bye.